Breaking news, and this is a developing story. You may have heard Kim Kardashian West was held at gunpoint. This was in Paris. She was there for Paris Fashion Week. And also $10 million was taken from her room, jewelry and cell phones. So this is what we know thus far. And of course, we're getting more details as time goes on because this happened late last night. And according to the French Interior Ministry, they say, quote, the concierge of the rented apartment. So first of all, let's pause. She was staying in this very luxurious, there's not even an address. So some would describe it as a hotel, but what it is, it's a mansion with different units in it, okay? But there's no address. People that live in the vicinity are aware that really famous people stay there. So Leonardo DiCaprio, Madonna, Kim Kardashian, but it's 9 different units. They call it a hotel. It's really like an estate. So let's go back to what the French Interior Ministry said. Quote, the concierge of the rented apartment, which is a unit within a private luxury mansion, was threatened with a weapon by 5 men, handcuffed and forced to open the celebrity's private unit. Now, her security guard was out with Kendall and Kourtney because they were out. She wanted to stay back, and at this point, I believe it was 3 a.m. So she was by herself. Her kids were back home. Kanye West was performing in New York. He was not there. It goes on to say here, of the 5, 2 men broke into Kardashian West's bedroom. They held her at gunpoint. Now, there's been a number of different reports. People magazine said that they actually held the gun to her temple. Now, there's also different reports on how she was taken. So some reports are saying that she was taken into a bathroom and locked in there. Some are saying that she was actually bound with duct tape on her mouth, with duct tape on her feet, on her ankles, and also on her wrists. This article is saying that it basically just says that she was taken and forced into the bathroom. It doesn't go into detail.
Picturing Kanye, since you said taken, as Liam Neeson going like, what have you done with my girl?
Yes, as he should. As he should. Now, according to the spokeswoman for Kim Kardashian West, she says that Kim was, quote, badly shaken but physically unharmed. No one was hurt. No shots were fired. And when Kanye West heard about this, you know, he was in the middle of his concert. He left his concert. It was towards the end of his set.
I'm sorry. There's a family emergency. I have to stop the show. Wait, what is out?
And then Kim Kardashian, she gave her interviews to the authorities in Paris, but then she immediately flew home. So she's home now in New York, reunited with her children and Kanye West. And then we should also talk about we'll talk about this, but then I want to kind of talk about the weird reaction that we saw on social media.
Ooh, I'm interested. I haven't gotten to see any reaction
It's been pretty
yet.
bizarre.
Okay.
So first, let's talk about what did you guys think when you first heard the story?
So wait, just to confirm, her kids were in New York.
Her kids,
they're fine.
Okay,
well, they weren't there. We don't know.
They were not in the unit at all.
Right. From what I read, they were either in New York or maybe I don't think they would be in a different apartment in Paris. So I would think they were back home with their father.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm glad everyone's okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a little suspicious.
Ooh.
Because Kanye said that he was broke. And now there's $10 million in jewelry missing. Insured jewelry robbed. Is he going to get paid back for that? Is that him capitalizing and trying to get himself out of bankruptcy? Because if so, that's an international crime.
Brett's not the only
crazy.
person, I don't believe it's staged, but Brett's not the only person that has floated this theory that it was staged. Either one, for publicity, or 2, to get insurance money.
If it's not staged, I feel really bad for even thinking that.
Oh my gosh.
I immediately believed the story, I guess.
That's the first thing my girlfriend said when she heard it. Oh, he's broke. He's stealing that money.
I mean, the only thing that I could think to support your claim is, like, why would they not have more bodyguards?
Well, he was gone. She has that one bodyguard that's always with her, that stays near her room, but he went out that night. She said, I want to stay in, according to the number of different articles I read. And then he wanted to go shadow Kendall and Kourtney.
Right.
Okay, just to comment on that a little bit. Now, I am of the mindset that I don't think this was staged, but if I'm going to entertain Brett's idea for a little bit, each member of that family should have their own security detail.
That's
They're
what
each
I'm
independently. It's not like Kim is more famous than Kendall, and no one's going to care if Kendall goes shopping.
And maybe they do, because
so it's a little weird that her security guard kind of took the night off from his number one priority, which should be Kim Kardashian, to shadow Kendall. Why doesn't Kendall have her own security detail? It
First
just
of
doesn't
all,
seem like the best judgment.
I don't
Well,
feel
there's
like
security at this place too, apparently, but they held the security up at gunpoint.
Right.
So I don't think it's fair to pinpoint it on the security guy who maybe was given the night off, who maybe was told to go with Kendall and Kourtney because their security had the night off. Maybe they felt safe in Paris. I don't know. Maybe they had.
It's an easy argument to say that they need more security if they got held up at gunpoint. They didn't know that this thing was possible. Now they've learned from the situation.
But then even this like chateau, this like huge, amazing mansion. Now that you've said this, now I'm feeling. Well, I've listened to a lot of conspiracy podcasts recently, so this is making me a little bit suspicious.
Good.
But like, why wouldn't this be more if Leonardo DiCaprio and Madonna are staying at this place? You would expect someone to come with a gun.
Yeah.
Why would you not? But I don't believe that it really. I mean,
No,
I
you
don't.
shouldn't.
But it's just
You
fun to
shouldn't.
entertain.
Right.
But I don't get that.
Yeah,
Why would
and
they?
apparently,
Yeah.
what's that?
What a brilliant heist.
That was smart.
Because-
They
Here's the-
escaped on bicycles. They're still at large.
Oh my gosh.
They escaped on bikes.
They could
They're
be
still
any
at
age.
large. They were dressed as police officers, but then there was another report that said they were dressed as police officers, but then had ski masks on.
Get through the initial security as police officers as far as it'll go, and then when it's time to get it done, boom.
Right. How terrifying. Can we
20,
think
Oh my
about how
God.
terrifying that must
no
have
one
been?
man should have all that power.
What?
Nothing.
I mean,
I
got
can't
it.
imagine
I got
how
it.
that
I
would
got
be.
it.
It's anyone's worst nightmare to think that
I
someone's
hate
going to invade your space. Thank God her children weren't there, but just you alone, that someone's going to come into your place, hold a gun to your head, bind your wrists and your ankles together. Possibly her mouth was duct taped.
Scary.
I can't imagine what that must have been
And
like.
maybe
That's
hold a gun to your head.
that's
we
so
don't know.
traumatic. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if that happened or not. So
Well,
that's terrifying.
a number of reports did specify she was held at gunpoint, while one specifically said it was next to her temple. But regardless, when you're held at gunpoint, it's pointed at you.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I want to, sorry, I know I was on my phone. I want to talk a little bit about the social media reaction to this because
Yes.
this morning on Twitter, I was seeing a lot of tweets go out. And one that I found from Chrissy Teigen that I thought spoke to this situation in a really interesting way. She said, "Fame is interesting. Celebs are supposed to love you guys while also knowing you'd make a meme of our dead bodies to get retweets."
It's horrible.
So
Yeah.
I think we should talk a little bit about how
Yes.
there are people after this news got out that were saying, "I hope they killed her," or
I
or
saw
even just
that.
deserved
Laughing
it,
at
or just
it.
laughing
Yeah.
at it. And I think that that's a really interesting comment from Chrissy Teigen saying it's so interesting that Kim and a family like the Kardashians or celebrities especially that have such a tight social media following, they have to be so grateful to their fans
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, I love you guys. Like, you guys, I am who I am because of you guys," knowing that a good portion of these people will then, go out of their way, take time from their day to think of a creative meme to make fun of a very serious situation. Like, I'm sure that we're going to see things about, Kanye West leaving the stage because he left during the song Heartless, and I
Oh,
saw a
for
bunch
sure.
of people
Yeah.
making memes about that or just comments or retweets about that. And so I think that it is, I think it is really fucked up that there were people who might even be self-described fans of the Kardashians or of Kim or of Kanye that are going to be making fun of this because
Yeah.
it's a serious
But-
situation. Even if it is a total conspiracy, it's still very serious.
It's a
But
very serious
even
situation.
if
What
it
if that was
isn't a
your
total-
sister, your mom, your girlfriend, your daughter?
My point is that is a portion of their followers.
Right.
Now, most people in the world do not have hordes and hordes of actual faithful followers who are going to say, "Oh my God, what's happening? Do I need to do something for you, Kim Kardashian?" You can't deny, we're cherry picking the people who are just those internet folks out there who don't care, totally nihilistic, will go on and just, auto-generate. It doesn't take that long to create a meme. So yes, it is easy to get negative when you see all the negative stuff out there, but take a moment and remember that there are people who, for better or worse, are giant supporters till the end of
You're
Kim and
absolutely
Kanye.
right. There's
True.
been a number of tweets and posts, Facebook posts, and Instagram posts I saw too, where they're issuing their support. So
Yeah. And then again, I saw the Kanye thing before I saw the Kim thing.
Right, that's what I was going to talk
Go
about
for it.
because I was on Reddit when it all happened, and of course Reddit doesn't give a shit about Kim. They all they care about is Kanye
Right.
all the time. So they were the first post that I saw was Kanye leaves his show early, and then all of the comments were like, why would he do this? Why does he always do this kind of shit? He's so narcissistic. Why does he always do this to his fans? Da 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 da. And then I saw a follow-up post, like literally 15 minutes later, that was like, "Oh, Kim Kardashian was held at gunpoint, and
robbed.
that's maybe why he left, because he's a
Right.
good husband, maybe."
Yeah.
But
Like,
she had to come to him.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Sir,
true.
get on a plane.
Although,
maybe
you
she
know what,
wanted to get
though?
the hell out of Dodge and be with her kids.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think she was like, I want to take an extra night's stay
No,
here.
I feel really safe here.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to
wanna
be
stay.
anywhere
You come
else.
here. Like,
Yeah.
We have to move on. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.